A moment ago, Helene Meyer, she prepared 3 meals from the Cooking from the Heart 3 cookbook. The book is a collaboration between the Heart and Stroke Foundation and Pharma Dynamics to promote healthy eating in South Africa to fight against preventable heart disease and stroke. So joining us right now, we have Mariska van Aswegen, spokesperson for Pharma Dynamics, one of the leading pharmaceutical companies in the country, to discuss this amazing collaboration again with Helene as well. Helene, lovely to have you back. Mariska, lovely to have you on the couch as well. I said 3 recipes because that's what you've done. We haven't seen the 3rd recipe, and that's the pineapple one that we haven't made.
Yes.
Maar dit is 'n gesonde affære wat die kos betref hier op ons goed voor by program vanoggend. Maar daaroor. Dankie. Yes. Mariska, let's talk about the partnership between Pharma Dynamics and the Heart and Stroke Foundation to bring us this Cooking from the Heart 3.
When Pharma Dynamics and the Heart and Stroke Foundation joined hands about 4 years ago to show South Africans that healthy eating doesn't have to be boring, bland and tasteless or expensive, because those are myths about healthy eating.
Hey, like we've seen with the veggie bake.
Absolutely, it's delicious. And the only difference with the 3rd book in the recipe series is that it's not only heart-friendly recipes, but they were also approved by dietitians from the Center of Diabetes. Okay. So they are actually suitable for people living with diabetes too.
Yeah. Now, if you take a look at South African adults, 61% are said to be overweight. Now, being overweight, I mean, what are some of the health risks and factors that is associated with being overweight?
Being overweight or obese is not just a cosmetic problem, because it has been shown to increase your risk for other health problems like heart disease and stroke. It's actually been shown to increase your risk for type 2 diabetes 20-fold. The important thing to remember is that almost 80% of heart disease can be prevented if you make healthier lifestyle choices, which was why we joined hands with the Heart and Stroke Foundation to give South Africans a manual in the recipe book, the Cooking from the Heart recipe book, so that they can actually make these healthier lifestyle choices in our quest to prevent the onset of these diseases.
And I think it's amazing what you guys are doing with this cookbook and the recipes, because it really starts with the mindset from the person itself, but this is such a handy tool, you know, to be able to use in the kitchen. Let's compare quickly. We're still in Women's Month. South African women, how do we compare to the rest of the world when it comes to our health and our eating?
About 2/3 of South African women are obese, which is shocking statistics. Stats from a few years ago showed us that about 1 in 4 South African women will suffer from heart disease before the age of 60. If we compare that with other countries, like for instance the US, more recent statistics there show us that heart disease and stroke cause 1 in 3 deaths among women in the United States. So that is where we are heading if we don't make these healthier choices today.
Okay. Well, I really do hope people take to this and really grasp the importance of eating healthier. Helene, just quickly, lastly, before we go, you've showed us these amazing recipes, but I also know women, you know, you guys like your sweet, sugary cravings, you know, something to nibble on.
Women, eh?
Okay, I lie, it's me too as well. I love a good chocolate, but I mean, some healthy alternatives. I mean, if you are, you know, if you tend to snack quite a bit on these sugary things, what would you suggest?
Again, to choose things that you can cook yourself and natural ingredients. The dessert here is literally pineapple that was lightly fried in a pan, and then coconut that was toasted in that same pan, first of all.
Okay.
And if you mix that into yogurt, just plain low-fat yogurt, the yogurt is so flavorful that it's almost unreal compared to a jar or a little container of shop-bought yogurt that's often filled with sugar. So you still get that sense of satisfaction, but it's from natural sweet flavors from the pineapple, and the cooking method immediately enhances that natural sweet flavor. The fact that the
pulls
coconut
out the sugar from the pineapple.
So the fact that the coconut is roasted gives you that full flavor, and so that ties in with the whole concept of not bland, not boring. And if you nibble on something, even if you want to, you know, eat some of that yogurt just with a coconut in it as a snack in between, much better than a chocolate or a, you know, opening a jar of cookies.
I love it. I love it.
The natural flavors is there. You must just use it correctly.
Absolutely. So stay away from your sugary things, because I do know personally for me, you know, I tend to spike quite a lot up and down. You deal with fatigue if you get sugar in your diet too much. Awesome, ladies. Thank you so much, and thank you for the book, Cooking from the Heart 3. Really, really appreciate it. I'm actually going to steal one for myself, and like I said, I'm going to try that veggie bake out tonight maybe. But if you are watching with us this morning, you would like to win a Pharma Dynamics and Cooking from the Heart hamper, very easy. SMS the keyword lunch, your name and city to 33728. That's lunch, your name and city to 33728. Remember, each SMS costs R1.50. No free SMSs apply, and those T's and C's can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Efferflu C Immune Booster from Pharma Dynamics. Effective, affordable healthcare.